I can't stay here anymore, Claudia. You've seen what's going on, what Dad turned Kasif into, what Dad turned into.
Maybe he's just doing what needs to be done.
Claudia, you're changing too. But it's not too late. Come with me, Claudia. You can leave him.
Claudia is a lot of things. She's a bubbly teenager. She has a bright disposition. She's incredibly passionate about a lot of things, but 3 things in particular. She's passionate about magic, reading, and of course, her family. She enjoys a good joke and has a lot of love for animals and the natural world. She's easily distracted and unfocused, while at the same time being incredibly cunning and intelligent. She treats those around her that she regards as friends with a warm kindness, but her enemies with distrust and aggression. She is strong-willed and steadfast in her moral values and convictions, but at the same time, she's willing to bend those moral values and convictions for her father. She plays a lot of roles to a lot of different people. She is a friend to Callum and Ezran, a sister to Soren, and a daughter to Viren. Although it is with Viren that she has the most roles. To her father, she is daughter, student, and tool. Claudia idolizes her father. In her eyes, he can do no wrong. When faced with a moral quandary regarding her father's orders, she simply assumes that it must be correct because after all, it's her dad. Another word I'd use to describe Claudia is loyal. Claudia's loyalty to her family runs very deep, ever since her parents got divorced when she was a lot younger. Divorce can be really hard on young people, and with Claudia, it instilled a very strong desire to keep what remained of her family together. No matter what she would have to do in the future, she was resolved to keep her father and brother and her together. Unfortunately, her father has gone down a dark path, and Claudia followed along with him. Her blind loyalty to her father cost her the relationship with her brother, Soren. When Viren began transforming the once noble warriors of the human kingdoms into aggressive monsters, Soren saw this and fled. However, the price of this blind loyalty she feels for her father has cost her greatly. She lost her relationship with her mother. When she was faced with a choice, she chose to go live with her father because, well, that's where her brother was going, and because of that, now there is great physical distance between the two of them. She has lost her home. It is well known that Claudia had allied herself with her father and the armies that had attempted to storm the Stormspire and kill the King of Catullus in the process. All of her possessions and the place she called home for most of her life have now been barred to her. She of course lost the relationship that she had with her brother. While there's still hope for their relationship to mend in time, due to the distance between them, not just physically but philosophically, their close relationship will be hindered. She also lost her father's life. By helping him and blindly following his ambitions, it led to his destruction. If not for her intervention and using dark magic to resurrect him, then by all rights, she would be completely alone right now. She also lost her innocence. Now, this one is a bit of speculation on my part, because it is not entirely clear, as it's a very dark topic to be tackled by a children's animated show. However, it is heavily implied that Claudia had to take the life of another living being in order to restore her father's life. It is not entirely clear whether this person was a human or an elf. Typically, it is the magical essence inside of magical creatures that live in Zadia that are used to cast dark magic spells, so it would stand to reason that this would be an elf. However, upon closer examination of the boot, it does appear to be similar to the ones we have seen some humans wear. For example, it looks remarkably similar to the Crowmaster's boot. No, I'm not saying that it's literally the Crowmaster, just making an observation. So it's very likely that she has taken the life of another human being in order to bring her father back. Although we may never get a clear answer on specifically what she had to do to bring him back. If Claudia had to take the life of a sentient being, then her dark path has just become a lot darker. I am pretty concerned about the path that she is on right now. I know that a lot of people out there are really hoping that she's gonna turn around and start making better choices. And I understand that desire, if that's what I want for her as well. However, about the choices that she has been making and the way she makes choices. Each time she suffers consequences for her actions, she seems to double down on the bad decisions, and each time she suffers more consequences for them. When she suffered because of her mother and father, she doubled down on her relationship with her father. But it was her loyalty to her father that cost her the relationships with both her mother and brother. The chain of events caused by her brother leaving and warning the others at the Stormspire led to the death of her father and the loss of her home. I believe that it is only a matter of time before all of these bad choices finally leave her completely alone. And when she's completely alone, she'll turn to whoever she can, even if that person only sees her as a tool. I believe that Claudia is going to be a cautionary tale of sorts, a tragic character in the grand scope of the narrative. We've already seen a lot of these aspects manifest 3 seasons in. We've seen the corrupting influence of dark magic and what it can do to you physically and mentally. Taking the shortcuts and not respecting the natural world has real dangerous consequences in the Dragon Prince world. I think that her path is going to contrast with Callum, and we're going to see how the two of them end up on opposite sides. I hope that eventually she'll be able to see the error of her ways. She desperately needs a reality check, but every time she suffers consequences, she simply returns to dark magic for a solution. As long as she continues to do that, she'll never be free of it. And that brings us back to the word of the day, loyalty. Claudia's blind loyalty to her father has gotten her to where she is now, and I believe will ultimately lead to her own destruction. Loyalty is, generally speaking, considered a very positive trait. We value people who are loyal to us, in whatever capacity or context that is. But loyalty should never be blind. What's the difference between loyalty and blind loyalty? Well, I'd like to use an example from another character in the show, Soren. Soren was also fiercely loyal to his father, willing to go so far as to killing King Ezran just to please him. But his loyalty wasn't blind. And as he kept his eyes open and he saw his father go down darker and darker paths, he eventually split away from him. That's the difference between him and Claudia. Claudia's loyalty is blind, and Soren's is not. It is because of this that Soren was able to break free of his father's influence, and Claudia remains trapped with him. It is my hope that, in time, she will be able to see what her brother has seen about her father, and how he is not worthy of the loyalty that she gives to him. I just hope that she sees this before it's too late.
Come with me, Claudia. You can leave him.
Please, Soren, don't do this to me. Don't make me choose not again.
Okay. Goodbye, Claude.
No! 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 No!
If there's a lesson that could be taken away from the life of Claudia, it's this. Mind your loyalties, because you never know how much blind loyalty can end up costing you.